What's up, you guys, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into smelling good, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my June favorites. I was about to say July, but my June favorites. I got two more fragrances here that I want to talk to y'all about from French Avenue. You guys know I have been collabing with them for a hot minute now, and honestly, y'all probably are tired of me talking about this Genesis collection. Don't worry, okay? I'm gonna wrap it up soon. But I do want to talk to y'all about two fragrances, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. But the first one is Virgo, and this is what the bottle looks like. And the second one is Capricorn. To be honest with you guys, I think all of the fragrances from this collection are good, okay? Except for, and you know the one I'm talking about, Sagittarius. I struggle with the Sagittarius one a lot, and I feel better now. You know, I'm a Sagittarius, but I feel, you know, like I'm finally over it or whatever. But I felt some type of way in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and start off with Capricorn. Honestly though, this one is going to be more of a fall winter scent for me, but I pull the vanilla and the benzoin. Benzoin is a resin, but for me it comes off sometimes smelling a little smoky, but also smelling a little vanillic. And I think in here it smells more vanillic to me. So that vanilla that I'm getting is very amped up, it's very intense, and I really, really dig it. For those of you who don't care for smoke and fragrance, let me just say this. This is mild. It's toned down. It's more of a smoky haze, and it's just not an overpowering smoke that really like chokes you out. It's very soft in my opinion, so I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that. It's coming off a little woody to me. It also puts me in the frame of mind of something green, something like pine needles, kind of like that. Very unique, very different, but not too different, not too outside of the box where you won't want to wear it. But I give it a 10 out of 10. I can't wait until it gets cold for me to bust this out. Again, this is Capricorn. This is from the Genesis collection by French Avenue, okay? Next up, we have Virgo. I definitely pull that oud here, but it is a very sweet oud in my opinion. It's not coming off animalic whatsoever, but it is oudy. So I feel like if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of experience with oud, I think you'll be okay with this one. It has a bit of a freshness to it, but this one is definitely earthy, definitely green, definitely woody, okay? A lot of depth, very intense. Definitely something that I would pull off in the fall or winter. I would not wear this time of year. I say that. But you know, in the right situation, I would wear it. It would definitely have to be at night. This is very edgy, okay? The Capricorn had a little bit of a softness to it. This one is high end, intense, smells niche. It smells like oud, a little soft, spicy. Y'all see where I'm going here. I think a lot of people would say this is gonna lean a little bit masculine, but I like it a lot. I have a lot of oud fragrances in my collection, and this fits right in. If you like fragrances like Oud for Greatness by Inicio, Oud for Glory by Lattafa, those type of scents, you would definitely enjoy this one. And I give it a 9 out of 10. I think it is fabulous, and I can't wait to wear it. So again, we have Virgo and Capricorn from the Genesis Scent from the Stars collection. Triple Traders has the fragrances. I've seen them. Again, I'm not for sure if they have all 12 of the zodiacs, but they do have them. So happy shopping. All right, so last I left y'all off at in the last video, I believe that I was gonna talk about these perfume decants that I got from Scent Split. I have them now. A while back, I put a cute little video up on my social media, and I was saying de-influenced me from buying these fragrances. And so there are a few fragrances that I've always wanted to try. One of them being Fire at Will. The other one is Bodacious, the Victorious, and 54 by Juicebox. So let me just talk about them real quick. Now, I love Fire at Will. It is definitely a vanilla fragrance. It is very heavy on the vanilla. It's sweet, okay? But you know, so many people hype this fragrance up, and I'm not about to say it's a bad fragrance. It's not a bad fragrance at all. But I will say I was a little disappointed. I don't know. I was just expecting this over the top vanilla, okay? And I didn't get that. You know, as I'm smelling this right now, and don't y'all come for me, please don't come for me, but I feel like I'm getting Eilish by Billie Eilish. It's just not what I expected. It's really not. I'm not head over heels in love with it, and I'm low-key happy about that, because when I'm really infatuated with the fragrance, I want to buy it immediately and add it to the collection. I call myself being on a no-buy for the month of July. Fingers crossed, we'll see how they go. I don't know, but I'm going to enjoy my decant, you know, until it's empty. There's a lot in here. This is a 5 ml, by the way, in case you're wondering. There's a lot in here, but I'm just gonna enjoy it until it's gone. I don't know, who knows? I may feel differently about it, but me being a vanilla girly, like I'm diehard vanilla girly, Fire at Will is not bad. But I just expected more. And again, it's probably because so many people hyped it up. Bodacious, the Victorious. And this is a cherry fragrance. I'm still in search of my holy grail fragrance. I feel like I have one in my collection right now, which is probably why I haven't really pulled the trigger on a new cherry fragrance, and that one is Enigma. Is it the Parfum version? I think it's the Parfum version. The one I'm talking about is Enigma, the Parfum version. That is a sweet, boozy cherry fragrance. And when I think about the notes, in all honesty, there's no cherry listed there. I think there's almond in there. There's a lot of notes in that fragrance. But for some reason, I get a very intense, smoky type of cherry note that I love. The thing I do appreciate about this fragrance is that that cherry note is not medicinal. I'm over a medicinal smelling cherry. Like, I don't want that anymore. It's not medicinal. Yes, at initial whiff, it does remind me of Lost Cherry. And I know that's not fair to always compare a fragrance to Lost Cherry. It's really not fair. But I will say this, I think that this one is better than Lost Cherry. When I sprayed this on my skin, the longevity on this is a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. This is beautiful. Now, will I be spending the upward of $300 on this fragrance? Only time will tell. I do like it. I do give it a 10 out of 10, but I don't know if it's worth it. I may need to shop around and see if I can get a partial bottle, or maybe get one off of Mercari, or see if it's on a discount website. I don't want to pay full price for it. That's what I'm saying. But the one that really impressed me the most is 54 by Juicebox. I definitely want a full-size bottle of this for sure. I'm low-key mad that I'm even spraying it on the paper, but if you are a patchouli lover, you are really going to enjoy this. This is a sweet pineapple earthy patchouli, heavy on the patchouli, but it does come off sweet and chocolatey and warm and seductive. The pina colada note, man, was genius. I don't have any patchoulis that smell like this. This truly reminds me of something that Mugler would bring out, like another angel fragrance, but it has pineapple. I know Phantasm has pineapple in it, and I finally smelled it like 2 weeks ago, but it didn't impress me as much as 54. So I can talk about this for days. It pairs very well with Diced Pineapples by Brown Sugar Babe, because I've worn that combination. Chef's kiss. So y'all know I have those cute little minis of the Guerlain La Matière L'Art collection, those little minis. So I've been decanting them because they're dabbers, but the top screw on, so I'm able to put a long dropper in there and just, you know, get me some out. So I've decanted a little bit. I've actually decanted a little bit from each one, not all of them, but the ones that I really wanted to try. So this is Neroli Outre Noir. I fell in love with this fragrance last year when I met the master perfumer Delphine Yelk, who is the creator of pretty much all of the Guerlain La Matière L'Art fragrances. She may have did something, she may have brought in another perfumer on a few of them, but for the most part I think she's like the perfumer behind all of them. Anyway, she sprayed this on me before I left the interview, and this fragrance has been embedded in my brain ever since. This is one of the most prettiest Neroli fragrances I ever smelled, okay? And I'm not sure if it's the honey, because Guerlain has their own beehives, okay? They have their own gardens, and the bees pollinate the flowers in the garden, and they use those flowers to create fragrances. And I swear to you, there is no honey note in here, but I get something sweet and honeyed. It could be orange blossom, because Neroli and orange blossom come from the same tree. It could be. Usually, I think usually people are used to like this fresh, soapy kind of green Neroli. I do like it when Neroli smells like that, but I also love it when it's a little bit sweeter. So it's one of the most elegant fragrances that I've smelled ever, okay, especially when it comes to Neroli. So I do see myself getting a bottle of this at some point. I don't know if it will be this year, but I definitely will be getting myself a bottle of that. I also bought 2 new fragrances. Are they okay? What's this? Okay, that's not new. Okay, I bought 2 new fragrances. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long because a few of these I've already talked about in a previous video, but y'all loved my last video where I kind of went down memory lane and I bought some fragrances that I used to wear in the 90s. So I've been wearing Noir. This is Noir right here, and I'm just realizing it has a divot right there in the bottle. But this is Noir, and it's by Cashmere. Okay, they make those I Am fragrances, the ones that look like lipsticks. They also make More, which is a 90s fragrance, but y'all probably know them from the I Am fragrances, especially if you are part of Fragcom. But I love this. Fresh, clean. It smells like a beautiful skin scent, okay? And I know a lot of people don't really dig skin scents like that, but I personally do. I think skin scents are beautiful. They are simple. I think skin scents are beautiful, especially when they smell as good as this. that is simple, it's elegant, it is light and airy, it's not doing too much, it's non-offensive. This is the type of fragrance where I can put this on and wear it anywhere, literally anywhere, especially if I'm gonna go to a place where it's like close encounters, like the movie theater. I try not to sit by anybody in the movie theater, especially since that one girl clocked me one time and when I was in the movie theater. Y'all may be new here, but that was the only time I felt offended regarding perfume, okay? But yeah, I think there was a seat in between us and she literally leaned over to me. You know what, as a matter of fact, I don't think there was a seat between us. I don't think it was. But anyway, she leaned over to me and she said, "Your fragrance is loud." The audacity, I was stunned, okay? I was just like, sorry, like I didn't know what to say. But anywho, this is beautiful, y'all. When I smell this, I'm instantly reminded of Musk 12 by Kayali. So if you like Musk 12, which y'all know is discontinued, if you like Musk 12, you're like Noah, I'm just saying. And you can get it for half the cost. I think I spent like $30 on this, something like that, okay? It was super, super affordable. Now, this fragrance was not on my bingo card for 2025. It was on my bingo card for 2024, but at the time, I didn't want to spend that much on it, but I actually caught this fragrance on sale. Was it on sale with Nordstrom? It wasn't on sale at Nordstrom. What it was, I had some naughty points, and so I went ahead and picked this up. Plus, I think I got extra points or something like that. They're running some type of deal, like they're running some type of deal where you get like 3 times bonus points or something like that. But I already had naughty points that I wanted to use and they were going to expire in August, so I was like, you know what, let me just pick this up. But I ended up getting Vanille Fatale, and this is the 2024 release, okay? There is a 2017 release, which I think people have said that one is way better than the 2024. I've never smelled it, so I can't speak on it, but you know, it's the mahogany for me. I love fragrances with mahogany. It's something about that sweet, woody smell that I get from mahogany. It's so different from all the other woody notes like cedar and all this and that. The mahogany is so special to me. It's so sexy. It's so alluring. It's mysterious and dark and just so sweet. And I absolutely love mahogany in fragrances. Y'all know I go crazy behind Ebony Wood by Zara. That's one of my favorites. And I want to say there's ebony wood in there, which kind of comes off a little bit like mahogany, if I'm being honest. But y'all, this is really beautiful. I wanted to buy this for my birthday last December, but I don't know, I was being cheap and I was torn between 2 Tom Ford fragrances. This one and the new release Eau d'Ambre Leather. I ended up getting Eau d'Ambre Leather because it was more affordable, but it was meant for me to get this, okay? Because it's funny, I wasn't even thinking about this fragrance and I was just scrolling, minding my business on the Nordstrom website, and boom, I ended up picking this up at the end of the day when I got off work. So I have no regrets, okay? But I put it right next to my other Tom Ford fragrances. If y'all don't know, I'm a big Tom Ford fan. I do feel like the creative juices were really flowing before he sold the brand. I really do. I felt like Tom Ford made some unique fragrances. I held them right up there next to Kilian, and y'all know I'm a big Kilian fan. They've also sold off the company. Even though they sold, I see Kilian's face on like all of the advertisements, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, I'm happy to have Vanille Fatale. I also been wearing the new Langston from Harlem Perfume Company. I talked about this in the last video. This is so good. Sweet, warm, boozy. There's brandy here, orange brandy, I believe. Definitely vanilla, a little tobacco. I think most people would say this is unisex. It does put me in the frame of mind of fragrances like Camera, all the Cameras. It also reminds me of Angel Share. And you know, no matter how many times I smell that Angel Share DNA, I honestly never get tired of it. Like, I honestly never do. And I don't think I ever will. It's one of my favorites. This also may remind you of Caltat Night by Attar Collection USA. No, this is the Eau de Parfum. Yeah, so this one, and there are two Langston fragrances. Do I have another Langston? Hold on. That's Duke. Okay, I don't have it. I thought I had the OG Langston. I actually just have the, I have Duke. Okay, there are two Langstons in case you don't know. One comes in a really, really dark bottle. It may be black. And then there's this one that they released for Sephora. So I can't speak to the original Langston, but if it smells anything like this, I give it a 10 out of 10. Off the rip. Okay, surprise, surprise, I did get Marrakesh in a bottle, Orange Blossom 24 and PR. Kayali really does listen. It's so crazy because I feel like if I go back and watch my video from last year when they released the Vacation in a Bottle fragrances, I don't think Marrakesh was one that I really liked. But this year when I found out that she was releasing the fragrances in a big bottle, I said, you know what, let me go back and revisit the fragrances, because sometimes that happens. You know, sometimes fragrances don't make a big impression on me in the beginning, but girl, let me go back next year and smell it. I'm acting brand new. I'm acting brand new, okay? But y'all, I fell in love with Marrakesh in a bottle, and so they were kind enough. They sent me a big bottle. In this fragrance, you have bergamot, orange blossom, pink pepper, Turkish rose, neroli, and cedar. Let me just tell you, there's nothing sweet about this fragrance at all, in my opinion. This is fresh. There's a fresh, clean, almost green neroli here, sprinkled with a little pepper, okay? It's woody. It's citrusy. Is there citrus here? Bergamot, okay? It's citrusy. I get the bergamot. I get the rose. I don't think I have any fragrances in my collection that have a rose neroli combination. This is the first one. This is one that actually kind of takes me away from that sweet syrupy orange blossom that I'm used to. This one puts me in the frame of mind of fresh, clean, a little spicy, citrusy, a little rose. That rose is sitting real nice here, okay? She's sitting real pretty in this fragrance, and I love her for that, because y'all know me and Rose, sometimes we clash, we be butting heads, okay? But she's sitting real pretty here. I love this. I love this so much. Soon as I opened up the package, baby, I went to spraying. It's crazy because I had to take my mama somewhere that day, but it's beautiful. She didn't say nothing, you know, she didn't say anything. She didn't clock me, but it's beautiful, and it's become, do I have a little dent in here already? Girl, do I don't know, but it has easily become one of my favorite fragrances for the summer. I did not see this on my bingo card this year, okay? I did not see myself loving this fragrance as much as I do, in all honesty. So that just goes to show, sometimes you gotta go back and revisit, you know? It's just, you kind of got to, you have to. I should have talked about this one after I talked about the Vanille Fatale. I didn't realize I had two Tom Ford fragrances up here, but this is White Suede, okay? You guys are familiar with White Suede at this point, I know, because it's been out, child, since 09, okay? It's been out for a while. But in this fragrance, you have notes like thyme, you have tea, lily of the valley, saffron. I believe I saw rose, leather, suede, musk, sandalwood, olibanum, amber. When I smell this fragrance, I instantly think of Musk 12. I also think about that BuyArgos fragrance called Animalic, which I think is a new release. It may have came out last year and I almost got it, but because I have this one, it don't make sense to have them both because I think they are way too similar. I love the suede and leather here. It doesn't come off smelling synthetic. It doesn't come off heady or overpowering the fragrance. Y'all, white suede is beautiful. I don't know why more people don't talk about this fragrance. It is gorgeous. It's sexy, seductive. It just has this very alluring feel to it, but in a good girl, like a sweet girl type of way, you know. But she's low-key a bad girl, but I love this. It has this softness to it that I can't really explain, but I love this. I love it. I give it a 10 out of 10. I honestly do. If you're someone who loves a really beautiful musk fragrance, you will like this. And I also wore Cashmere and Palo Santo. This is a warm, ambery fragrance, very easy to wear. I wish it came in a smaller bottle because I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this bottle, in all honesty. I get a very sharp vanilla here, or maybe it's the Palo Santo. And you know what's funny? It kind of reminds me of this. Hold on. Nah, they're two different vibes. I was about to say that it reminded me a little bit of that Glossier You Do fragrance, but nah, the Palo Santo is hitting a little different. This is definitely heavy on the vanilla. It's warm, it's ambery, it's an easy wear. Like I said, sometimes when I feel like I don't know what I want to put on, but I want to put on something, this is what I would grab. But I don't think the projection is necessarily there or the longevity. I think it's moderate, you know. And I want to say I caught this on sale. I think I bought this for a little bit over $100. And I'm so glad I did because I feel like the performance is lackluster. Okay, it's mediocre for real. So I'm glad I did not spend a lot of money on this, but I think it's good. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely worth it if you are someone who loves a vanilla, like an ambery vanilla. You will like this. But I think the reason why I added it mostly is because I used to be a huge Donna Karan fan back in the 90s, and this was her first, the brand's first release after, like, I don't know, 20 years, probably 20 years. So I had to pick it up for nostalgia reasons, but you know, it is what it is. I have no regrets. I also wore one of my favorite Diptyque fragrances. This is Eau de Duelle, and I love this. Love. This one does put me in the frame of mind of 34 Boulevard Saint Germain a little bit, just a little bit. And I ended up getting 34 Boulevard Saint Germain because when I went to the Diptyque counter in Nordstrom, they did not have Eau de Duelle. And this is the Parfum, I believe. Yeah, this is the Parfum. It does come in an Eau de Toilette, but if I'm gonna be spending that type of coin, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Eau de Parfum, okay? Even though there's not a lot of notes here, I get this sweet, powdery, almost earthy type of vanilla from this fragrance. I get almost like a sharp, piercing type of vanilla here. And I get some earthy notes. It has an earthy, woody vibe to it. I think it is gorgeous. I find Diptyque fragrances very hard to resonate with. I've said it before. Their fragrances, to me, are very French, if that makes sense. I don't think they make fragrances for the masses, you know, for mass appeal. So I think that's why my nose had to adjust to my nose had to adjust to Diptyque. So I started off with like some travel sizes, and then I would go into the Diptyque boutique here in Houston really often and just smelling everything. And suddenly one day, I think it was after I bought 34 Boulevard Saint Germain, that I really started to turn a leaf with that brand, because at first I was like, I can't find a fragrance in the lineup that's for me, but I love them now. Okay, they're one of my favorite brands, definitely top 10 for life. My next purchase is definitely going to be Outre. I think I talked about Outre like last year, and y'all, I raved about that fragrance. But Duelle, honey, if you are a vanilla lover, and you like not just a vanilla lover, just not enough to be a vanilla lover for this one, you have to really like fragrances with character, with depth, substance, okay, to dig this one. I feel that's just what I feel. Okay, y'all know I wore my neighbor. Okay, y'all know I wore Coconut Leche, which I think is a beautiful summertime fragrance. This is sweet, warm, smoky coconut, creamy coconut. That smokiness really kind of threw me back. It may also be a little spicy too. This is really good. I give it a 10 out of 10. Very unique, very different, something that I was not expecting. This is from French Avenue, by the way. This is not giving beachy coconut. This is giving more of a dessert coconut, but I think you can wear this at night, okay, dressed up, because it does have that smoky note to it. And I love this. I give it a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I also wore Rose 01. I've talked about this before, probably in my Swiss Arabian video that I did like 2-3 videos back, maybe. This definitely gives Delina, and I feel like it gives Delina Rosé. It is a tart rose fragrance with musk. I love it. I wore this to the Koi event that they had here in Houston, and if y'all don't know who Koi is, they are a black-owned jewelry brand. Can I talk? A black-owned jewelry brand, and their earrings are very extravagant. I started to wear one of the pieces that I bought in today's video, but I thought it was just too fancy for the video. But anywho, I went to their event and I wore this. I did get compliments on it, okay? This is good, and who would have known? This really makes me want to buy the original Delina. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna do that, not right away anyway. Not right now, because it's so pretty, and I feel like, man, I finally came around to loving Delina. And how long did it take me? How long did it take me? 5 years, 6 years? Girl, bye. Now, y'all remember, speaking of Swiss Arabian, I have another one here, and I have it on the tray because I promised myself that I would wear this a little more. This is Casablanca, and this is that warm, sweet, this is a top on? Okay, this is Casablanca, and this is that warm, sweet vanilla apple pie, a little spicy fragrance. Y'all know Casablanca. She's been around forever, for years. All the girls used to talk about her, okay? She's not a stranger to the frag community, but I had not been wearing this fragrance, and y'all, I got a little bit of a dent there, so you know, I'm gonna give myself a little grace. But I promised myself that I would wear this more because this fragrance is really pretty. I just don't know why I hadn't grabbed for it. In all honesty, I just don't know why. And again, it's sweet, warm, vanilla, everything that I like in a fragrance, and I just never grabbed for it. But I wore it last week, actually, and I'm gonna put it back on the tray because I want to get a bigger dent out of it. I want to get it like down to here. So I think I've been spraying a lot, so I want to get it. When I get it down to here, I'll be satisfied. But not least, I wore Pierce. This is from the Equestrian line by French Avenue. This is what the bottle looks like. I have talked about these fragrances before. Pierce, I think, is supposed to be very reminiscent of Peyton by Parfums de Marly, I think. Not Peyton, but Perseus by Parfums de Marly. When I tell you, this is so good, man. Oh, this is definitely giving citrus, okay? It's like, you know when you peel a grapefruit, you peel it and then the juice just squirts out? That's what I get every time I smell this. Immediately, it reminds me of a juicy grapefruit. It's fresh, clean, citrusy, it's zesty, it's refreshing. Immediately now, I feel like this burst of energy coming from somewhere. I don't know. But this is lovely, okay? A little earthy from the vetiver, and you definitely are gonna get some musk from this. I think that this is going to lean a bit masculine for a lot of people, okay? But if you enjoy a nice, fresh, clean citrus, then you will enjoy Pierce. I give it a 10 out of 10. But also, I am a lover of citrus. Fresh, clean fragrances, y'all know that's my jam. So I might be a little biased. Just a smidge. Just a bit. Okay? Child, I thought I was never going to get to the last bottle. But this is everything that I wore for the month of June. Please comment below if you have any questions on my perfume tray for this month. Also, let me know down in the comments what you wore for the month of June. And also, let me know what y'all think I should pull out for July. Okay? Something sexy. I'm feeling very, you know what I'm saying, sexy. I got my orange lips and my orange nails. You know, I'm feeling feisty. Maybe that's what it is. If you are a person who loves perfume, or you're building a collection, or you just want to know more, or maybe you just loving my vibe, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells. Okay, just slide it over. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. Please hit that thumbs up button on your way out. It is super important for the growth of my channel, and I would appreciate it oh so much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a pleasant day, and I hope you're smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.